If you're a teenager, then you might want to watch this video. And this is coming from someone who's not going to be a teenager anymore in less than 2 months. I know, I'm turning 20, so I'm not going to be a teenager anymore, which is kind of scary, but also exciting because everyone talks about their 20s and how your 20s can make or break you. So it feels like a lot of commitment and responsibility. But I know that if I play my cards right, then this time and this investment is going to be my biggest asset in my whole life. And so basically what I thought that everyone watching this should hear is that you are in control of your time and you're always responsible for the things that you do with your time. Because the thing is, our whole lives we're treated as, kids, immature, we don't know what's best for us. And you know what? That might be right, but we're a lot more mature than what people think we are, especially people from 12 years old to all the way to 16, 17, right? They always just treat us as kids, and the day we hit 18 years old, it's like the world just flips on us, and it's like, okay, now you gotta, I don't know, pay taxes, you gotta work, you gotta get good grades, you gotta think about university, your career, and you gotta do all of that in the span of 6 months or something, right? It's incredibly illogical, the fact that you have to somehow pick your career when you're 18 years old, basically. And if you take a gap year or something, then everyone's gonna see you as lazy, you're unambitious, you're not striving to do anything with your life. You don't want to become successful. Maybe the problem is not that we're too young to decide what we want to do and what we're interested in, but maybe it's because we don't start doing that when we're younger. For me, I never even thought about my career. I was like, yeah, I'm good at math, I'm good at science, I'm not good at English. But I never really thought what I want to do, right? The only thing that I actually did and was consistent with was YouTube, because that was outside of the school curriculum, where it's oh, I saw people doing it and I started doing it when I was younger and I liked it, so I kept doing it. And I saw myself doing it even when I didn't see the results, as in, views and subscribers. But it's something that I used to actually feel better, feel like I have a purpose, giving educational content. And even when I was making football videos or soccer videos, I still found it purposeful. I'm recording my training sessions, and there's a young kid or someone my age is gonna watch, and they're gonna use the drills, and they're gonna become a better player, whether they want to go pro or they just want to become better just for the sport. Compared to how the teaching method is in most schools, where you just memorizing knowledge, but you never actually practice it that much. So you never know what you want to do for your career. How do you decide what do you want to do as a 9 to 5? Basically 8 to 10 hours every single day for the rest of your life, when you've never even thought about it. All you've done is just go to school, turn your brain off, just memorize because your teacher told you so, and yeah, just hope for the best. And so one thing that I would have loved to do is just started taking action when I was even younger. Because then I would have actually created meaningful experiences. I would have actually known more about what I like and what I don't like, what I'm good at and what I'm not good at. But when you're just following the system, when you just follow what people tell you to, what your teachers tell you to do, what your parents tell you to do, and you never actually turn on your brain to do what you feel like you want to do, then you're just gonna stay stagnant your whole life. And so the message I'm trying to relay here is that you need to create more accountability for your time. Actually do something meaningful with your time. And let's say you finished all your work for school this week or something, right? And then you have a bunch of free time. Don't just spend it just scrolling on your phone, just playing video games. That's so routine, and that's what everyone else does, bro. That's why everyone else is boring. What if instead you just let's say you went to the beach that day or something, even something just fun with your friends or something. You go to or if you drive 6 hours from here and go to some nice place that's kind of close to where you live. Or let's say you're just interested in making videos online, then just start making them, bro. If you just like video editing or something, you can start a club at your school or something, or create a community online. I'm not telling you to invent anything new, but just do something different, bro. Don't just try to fit in and just be accepted by others, when there's so much more fun to be had by being different and doing things that are actually cool. Because then you will drag other people to do the same thing. and you'll just be known as the fun guy as well. Like for example, if you want to be a lifeguard, just go ahead, get that certification. Even if it takes a bunch of time, it's gonna take all your summer. And so what, bro? You're gonna be a certified lifeguard. That's so fire. Like for example, I've always wanted to like get a PT certification, even if I never worked as a PT. Just having a certification and just I guess knowing more about training and stuff just sounds so cool. But it's something that I've always delayed and I still don't have it. For example, something as simple as like a first aid certificate, I still don't have because I've just been delaying that when I was 12, 13 years old when I could have gotten it then. Even if it means overworking yourself when you're younger, like getting an extra part-time job or trying to make money online, and then using that money to invest, learning how to invest into stocks, into crypto, and just knowing and just kind of learning the financial markets online. And the more things that you go and learn online and learn exactly what they are, how it works, how do you learn them, you'll figure out what you actually find interesting and what you really don't find interesting. Like even for me, when I chose to go to university and learn about biology and health sciences and stuff, like I had a pretty good interest in biology and stuff, but it was honestly like half of it or even more than half of it was just because I just felt really competent in the subject. But the more that I actually learned about it, the more that I actually learned about it outside of school and university as well, as in like watching podcasts, like listening to Andrew Huberman talk about like neuroscience and the human body, and just learning about a lot of things on my own time. I've actually developed a really strong interest in biology and neuroscience and neurobiology specifically. And all of that interest, of course, helps you perform better when it comes to your courses. But I mean, if you're just cruising around, just like, this semester I have this course. Let me just memorize what I need to memorize for the test, and that's it. But you're not thinking about the significance of what you're learning. Even if it might be boring since all of it is memorization and none of it is practical, at least you can think about the significance of what you're learning. But yeah, try to spend, even if it's just a bit of your time, just learning more about yourself. And that's only going to happen if you go against the norm. Actually, take time to do things that other people won't do. As in, go do adventurous stuff. Like, for example, last winter, I went snowboarding for the first time. And you know what? I found out that I really enjoyed it. And so that's something that I really want to do again as well. Like, as in, I want to get my own gear. I want to get a season pass and everything. And it's like something that I want to get good at, not to become professional, but just because I enjoy it. Instead of partying and clubbing and spending time with the wrong friends, go have fun with the right friends, doing things that are genuinely fun, but also safe for your body. And also spending your time actually thinking about your future, your career, your financials, your religion. And you can generally do all that if you plan out your day intentionally. If you intentionally plan what you're going to do for this part of the day, the morning, from like 7 to 10, 10 to 12, 12 to 3, if you generally split your time up intentionally and do the things that you need to do, you will find more than enough time to make progress in every single aspect of your life. And so don't make the same mistakes that I made when I was a teenager, and hopefully I'll see you there.